Who should Michigan basketball root for today? Even Mar wants to know. Getty Images. Ann Arbor, Mich. Thursday's slate of college basketball games has already tipped off. And even though Michigan's regular season is over, there are plenty of games that could impact the Wolverines. Michigan is in contention for an excellent seed, possibly even as high as a No. 2 seed. It's more likely that the Wolverines will end up with a No. 3 or No. 4 seed, but that will be determined in the next few days. Read. What seed will Michigan basketball get in the NCAA tournament? Here are the teams fans should root for to help Michigan seed. The Boston College over Clemson. Game details. 2 p.m. ACC Tournament quarterfinal at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Michigan has a better resume than Clemson, but it's not by much. Clemson is ranked No. 12 in the RPI, and Michigan is No. 13. The main factor working in Michigan's favor is Clemson's 4-8 record in Quadrant 1 games. The Wolverines are 6-5 in those games and have 11 wins in Quadrants 1 and 2. Clemson has 10 wins in Quadrants 1 and 2. So a win over Boston College would close the gap and give the Tigers an opportunity for another huge win in the ACC semifinals. What do the quadrants mean? Click here to read about the selection committee's new criteria. A Boston College win would almost certainly drop Clemson below Michigan in the seedings. Colorado over Arizona. Game details. 3 p.m. Pac-12 Tournament quarterfinal at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Arizona is one of the most talented teams in the country, but the combination of a weak conference and off-court uncertainty has given Michigan an edge. For now, Arizona has only 3 wins in Quadrant 1, but a 9-2 record in Quadrant 2 gives the Wildcats a chance to jump Michigan if they win the Pac-12 tournament. A loss to Colorado would all but eliminate Arizona from that conversation. UNLV over Nevada. Game details. 3 p.m. Mountain West Tournament quarterfinal at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. Nobody seems to be talking about Nevada heading into March Madness, but they should be. The Wolfpack is one spot behind Michigan at No. 14 in the RPI and has a stronger strength of schedule. Despite playing in the Mountain West, Nevada has an uphill battle to catch Michigan, as it has the same number of Quadrant 3 losses as it does Quadrant 1 wins. 2. But the Wolverines would certainly be above the Wolfpack if it doesn't win the Mountain West tournament. UCLA over Stanford. Game details. 5:30 p.m. Pac-12 Tournament quarterfinal at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. UCLA is a team to watch very closely this weekend for Michigan fans, as there's a chance for the Bruins to move into the top 30 in the RPI. If that happens, Michigan will get a Quadrant 1 win for beating UCLA in Ann Arbor to move up from No. 36 and into the top 30. UCLA will have to win at least. Texas over Texas Tech. Game details. 7 p.m. Big 12 Tournament quarterfinal at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Missouri. This game is a double whammy for Michigan. When Texas wins, it helps the Wolverines because of their head-to-head win in Austin. That's one of Michigan's Quadrant 1 wins. And when the Longhorns rise, it looks even better. Michigan is also trying to keep Texas Tech in the rearview mirror. Texas Tech could tie Michigan with 6 Quadrant 1 wins with a victory over Texas. And even though the Wolverines have an edge in most categories, Texas Tech could go on a run in the conference tournament. The Big 12 has a better basketball reputation than the Big 10 this season, so it would be great for Michigan if Texas Tech bowed out early. North Carolina over Miami. Game details. 9 p.m. ACC Tournament quarterfinal at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. While it might look like Michigan could jump a 10-loss North Carolina team, The Tar Heels probably have too much on their resume: 11 Quadrant 1 wins and a head-to-head victory over Michigan, to fall below the Wolverines either way. Miami, on the other hand, is well behind Michigan's current spot, but the U's resume is very similar to what Michigan's looked like before the Big Ten tournament. Miami is projected to be somewhere between the No. 5 and No. 7 seed lines, but an ACC tournament title would likely give the Hurricanes 3 additional Quadrant 1 wins. It would also make them the champions of the best conference in the country. Michigan is comfortably ahead of Miami for now, and a North Carolina win would seal it. Baylor over West Virginia. Game details: 9 p.m. Big 12 Tournament quarterfinal at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Much like its Big 12 rival Texas Tech, West Virginia has a lot to gain in the conference tournament. Despite being safely in the Big Dance, West Virginia has 9 losses this year, but ranks 6th in the nation, with 7 Quadrant 1 wins. A win over Baylor would give West Virginia a chance to pick up 2 more Quadrant 1 victories en route to the Big 12 tournament title, which could bump Michigan down a spot. Baylor is fighting for its tournament life and is a threat to pass Michigan, so an upset would give the Wolverines a little more security. Copyright 2018 by WDIV. Click on Detroit. All rights reserved.